بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Hi, why are we depressed today?
First, maybe you could introduce people about the new setup. Look, we're finally on the couches. We've improved. We've gotten some money from advertisement.
This is not the casting couch. It needs no introduction.
Not.
It's not even the shrink's couch. It's just a couch. What's that introduce?
Anyways, I am.
Oh, you want to introduce the couch? No, you want to introduce the couch? Go ahead and do it.
No.
Do it.
Hi, welcome to Perspectives. It's a whole new look.
It's not a new feeling.
Qureshi,
it's a whole same miserable feeling. I'm sorry. There is nothing new about this.
It's so depressing.
Why is it depressing?
You know, every time I walk into this building and I think of looking at you,
Ayesha,
I just have this whole depression attack.
People would think you're having an affair with me and you've got a bad thing going, so you're depressed because of seeing me. It's not true. I have taste. She has taste. I just said that because I don't want the women of the world bashing me up for being rude. We both have better taste than each other, so
nicely put.
nicely saved.
Right.
But today we're talking about depression, and I think as a people, as a generation, as a race, as humanity, we like being depressed, and it's sort of an addiction. I personally feel once you fall into this trap of addiction, it's like a downward spiral. You just can't come out of it. You fall in love with the fact that things are going bad. You fall in love with sadness. You fall in love with misery. As weird as that sounds, I think it's true, because if we really wanted to live a better life, there's nothing stopping us. If as individually, maybe, but as the human race, as the world, no one's forced us to fight these wars and kill each other, or in relationships to have bad relationships. No one's forcing us.
All the time. We
That's
sulk
you.
all the time. Yeah, that's me.
Sulky face.
Everyone knows.
I was being serious
sulk
for a
all
change.
The time. No, I'm just saying.
I was being decent for a change.
I think since a week, you and I always have this discussion where I just come and tell you, anyone and everyone that I meet on the street or at home, or friends or relatives, no one seems to be happy. Everyone seems to be depressed. Everyone has complaints. Everyone is in misery. That's what we talk about.
It could be that the moment you see them, they become unhappy.
Again, see, now I was trying to be serious and you brought that.
You didn't let me be serious.
I think it's time that we should
go to the serious one?
To the serious one, because I really need help.
Dr. Ju, thank you for being with us.
It is my pleasure, and I've been looking at you, observing you, seeing all this depression over you.
See how depressed I am?
I was about to ask her to commit to be here regularly.
Right, but I think you should just take the decision.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Let's see where this goes. All right. You're supposed to be happy looking at us, Ju.
I am, because what I'm doing is I'm transforming all that into happiness and smile, because I cannot.
Oh, you're happy for our misery.
Not really, actually. What I'm happy is that I can be here and show you and show other people that what is on you, this cloud, is actually not supposed to be there, and why is it there?
Because life is hell. Things are miserable out there, Ju. Obviously we're miserable.
Right, because you know what? Everyone makes you believe when you are a little baby that feeling miserable is actually, this is how you all deserve to be. And in case you want it to be happy, all of a sudden they come and say, no.
No, that's not true.
Miserable.
That's not true. I was always scolded and told to be happy. Why are you so bloody upset? Can't you ever be happy? What's your problem? What is it?
You're
be happy.
Complaining. What is wrong with you?
They control you into happiness, and they don't know what that's what I'm saying. They don't know that why you are feeling sad, because no one sits down and say, hey, can I just listen to you? They all tell you be happy, but nobody listens to you.
I cannot listen to women, they talk too much.
Right, but you know what? If you look at John Gray's work, the way...
Man, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
And he clearly expresses that if you want to express your love to a woman, you must listen. You must learn to listen. Even if you have to lie down and listen, you must listen empathetically, because the moment she can listen, she can tap into her female side, and she nurturing her female side. And all of a sudden, you don't have to solve problems. You just have to listen. And she will work it out. Give her 5 minutes, 3 times a week.
5 minutes?
See
Did
what
you just
happens.
say men and listening?
No, hang on.
You know why?
No, you
you know why? I tell you why.
I'm sorry, my apologies. I'm being rude here, but I need to be. It's protection. I'm protecting myself. 5 minutes, 3 times a week. I need to give the woman a chance to nurture her female
That's
side,
right.
whatever.
Because
Do you realize 5 minutes, 3 times a week? That's 15 minutes a week. She would have destroyed my soul by week 2.
You know why? Because
I'd be
now,
committing
You seem to be
suicide.
so
hang on.
experienced about that.
Right now,
Yeah, I
you're
am.
taking, right now you're taking this. Right now you're taking this, as you have to sit there and solve her problem. No, you have to sit there and listen. She will do that. So you know how.
So she'll solve her own problem.
Yes, yes, yes. So what will happen?
Now
is
we're on the
this.
same page.
Hang on, hang on.
Yeah.
So you, as a hunter and gatherer, you will practice hunting and be silent, right? Because that's what you do when you go out, right? You just wait for the prey to come along. So
all I have to
what
say
you
is,
do-
yeah, oh,
That's right.
Great.
That's right.
While I'm actually
New
thinking,
skill,
while
new
I'm actually
skill.
thinking, I just really want to.
All what you say is that, honey, I am
Hunt.
practicing to love you in a new way of skills, because I'm practicing to stay silent and wait.
Excuse the very, very
So you
rude.
don't have to actually solve any problem. She doesn't want you to solve problem. She's
You see,
very
that is
capable.
the problem. They don't want to be the problem solvers. They want to be the problem creators. And if they start listening things out, then obviously they know, oh, there you go.
Aisha, if
We
I
cannot create any more problems.
Aisha,
and
if I wanted to solve this
issues.
problem, I would have to
But
eliminate you.
For women on that
I did give you
matter,
that option, by the way. I'm sorry.
for women has to have a new skill set. And that is-
Elaborate on that, please.
okay, that is this. That when guys back in the old ages, they're supposed to go out hunting, gathering, and provide for the woman and for the family, correct?
True.
Right.
So now it stayed back, and now they go to work. If it's a housewife, she's waiting all day long to the husband to come home, and then relax.
So she can nag him and drive him
Right.
insane.
But normally, the guy who comes home, they need some space until they make a transition.
Yeah.
Hang on, let me just finish that because it will make
Yeah,
all
right.
sense.
Go ahead.
So if they have this little space, and if they get a little appreciation for who they are, just for a moment, they will forget stress.
The men, you mean,
Yes.
who's come home after a hard day's work, all right.
So if you wait for your husband with a big hug and a smile and say, honey, I'm so happy to hear you coming home, have a little rest, let him do. All the appreciation will fill his love tank back, and he's ready to be in a relationship again and help you. Nagging will push him far
Okay, yeah,
away.
I get
so
that.
if you can actually do this, if you guys can actually practice listening to her without solving any problem, she will all of a sudden say, I can appreciate him for sitting down and listening to me. All of a sudden you're gonna get back an automatic
But,
appreciation
on a,
and acknowledgement. So all of a sudden things go automatically smooth.
I kind of agree with
but on a
her.
serious note, a lot of people in the Western Hemisphere would right now think, or in cultures where women work just as hard, or where even working at home is
Correct.
a task, and
Yes,
it's a
yes.
job in itself, it's a career. That would sound very sexist, what you said, that when the hunter comes home, the woman needs to greet him
Right.
and embrace him, and he has, and then he would listen to her. A lot of people would say that, what's so great about the man going out to work, the woman's also working, and maybe
Correct.
he should appreciate it. So
And
shed some light
we
on that
can-
as well.
Well, this is another area what you bring up for today. Because if a girl is out and working just
both
as
are-
hard,
or both are
of
out,
them are
yeah.
working, that means the woman doesn't need you to provide for her because she's independent.
Yeah.
She doesn't need you to protect her because she may have a gun, a bodyguard, who knows. Just listen out for this. So all what she needs is you to nurture her female side, because she's male all day long, directing people, telling people what
okay.
to do, making decisions. So when she comes home, she also needs a little space of you to make her feel a woman. You see? So that's what you can do in exchange, she's automatically going to give you the nurturing of your male side of appreciating you, acknowledging you, and loving you. And that way, if you can make her feel a woman, if you are treating her like a man after she came home after a hard day work, then what is she going to respond back to you? Just like a male. So is that what you want? Or you want a girl at home?
So at the end of the
role switch.
At the end of the day, regardless of how societies have evolved, regardless of the roles we've taken in careers and life, deep down what you're saying is the man is the man and the woman is a woman, and she's still delicate and gentle, and she still needs to be handled gently. Just because she has a career, or just because she doesn't mean you start treating her poorly. And so just because a man is maybe staying at home, maybe it's a stay-at-home father. Even then, he is a man, needs to be nurtured. Am I right in understanding that?
Correct.
Okay.
And the most important in this message, to learn for girls to make a role switch. And the role switch is to
now you're getting naughty.
From male to the female side of you. And in order for, if you listen to her for 5 minutes, even if she complains, doesn't matter. She doesn't want you to solve her problems. She wants you, through talking, she will nurture her female side and become a girl again. That's all. So if you just can sit there and say, I understand, I am sorry. She will come to her own senses as a girl again and say, okay, now I can go and make you a tea. What would you like, honey?
Coffee.
You see? So that's what I'm saying, that a little bit of patience. And for girls, if a guy is under stress, he can only focus on one thing. So that means if he locks himself away.
But you see, with males, normally when they come back home from a very tiring work day, they do want space. That's understandable, and I completely agree with the concept of space. But at times when males, they just say that, we're the ones outside and we're the ones earning and we're the ones that have to face the entire world. You're sitting back home and you have nothing to do and you can't even handle home situations, and why do all issues have to come to me? That's the point where the distance or the issues come up.
This is relevant to societies where being a stay-at-home mother is not really still appreciated as a career.
Even if both the husband and the wife are working, and when the wife comes back home, the husband would tell her that, you know what, this is your responsibility. I understand
she
you're
still
working,
has to tend to the home, tend to the house.
Working, but you have to prioritize the home work.
You know what I'm saying to that? Sit down before you get married, answer some questions, and make some roles. Who is gonna do what? And if the guy is really feeling so hard about that, doing homework and housework is so easy, why don't you just do that for a day and two? And then give it a try, give it a try, and then see how you like it, and then start empathizing and sympathizing that it is running 5 kids, 6 kids, 7 kids, whatever that is in a household smooth for you to come home and everything is clean, food is cooked, and
she's all dressed up with the perfume as well.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
And she's welcoming you with a smile.
Right. So that means that you need to nurture her female side, that she will want to dress up and put on a makeup on the end of her day because she was cleaning all day, running after the kids, picking them up, and all that.
A lot of movies have been made on the subject, but that's the industrialized world. Non-industrialized world today, and I'd like to add this here, men would not even understand what you said, that then maybe try living her life for a day, and even at the end of the day or the weekends, men just laze around. They do not participate in housework or homework, and that is very unfair, and people need to men in non-industrialized world, places like India, Bangladesh, or countries like that, have to appreciate the fact that they, under normal circumstances, they have to start participating in housework now, do dishes, and as children they should be taught to do that.
Yeah, absolutely. So if you at home, you teach your children, if you're a stay-home mom, and even if you have help at home, you should be teaching your children after they eat, take your plate, put it in a sink.
You have everyone has to contribute.
Yes, and then you teach your children who sets the table for that meal.
Take turns, teach them how to take turns, and teach them how to. You were going to say something.
Yeah, I was adding on to the point where you said that people normally utilize the weekends to rest and relax, especially males.
The men, yeah.
Yeah, and for housewives, it becomes a bit of a frustration because they work from Monday to Friday, they're looking after the house, they're cleaning, and over the weekends they expect to either go have a nice outing with the husband, or watch a nice movie, or visit some friends. And when in return, when the husbands reply back saying, I'm too tired to step out, that just becomes very frustrating.
Right.
Because you know she's looking forward to the weekend, if I may say so.
See, one of the things for girls, and if you're a stay-home mom, you also have to have a life. That means you need to have friends. You cannot put all your socializing onto your husband.
Right.
So you need.
Yeah, but when does she socialize?
Well, that's the thing. You need to find time. So that is the time when a guy can come in and say, you know, honey, tonight is your night. Go out with your friends. So if it's a Wednesday night, so you babysit. So that is buying you time on Sunday to lay around all day, for example. So it's a give and take. So talking about depression, we can change a lot just by how we, you know, treat each other, how we relate to each other, and start to bring a little love and empathy and appreciation. That how is your life would be if your wife wouldn't be around. Just try to imagine, come home to an empty home, no food, or you have to eat out all the time. There's no warmth at home, no life at home.
Looks so pretty when you think about it, but when it actually applies in real life,
so
it becomes
you can
difficult.
actually change everything just by appreciation. The moment you start with the girls, because if you look at, you know, biologically, girls are receivers, men are givers, right? So giving actually starts from you. I'm sorry, guys, but it's all begins with you. Right?
And you're the parasite.
So she will come back, and your giving of a love, of a little listening, and little listening and empathy of your life, and paying attention to how is your life. She will say, oh my God, she actually loves me, because she will start thinking he spent 5 minutes on me, just to listening on my babbling, and he didn't interrupt me.
Right.
So all of a sudden she says, oh honey, thank you so much for your time. Can I bring you a tea? You know what I'm saying? So just give a little shot to this.
It's not always a take, it is always giving at the same time.
Depression at home of feeling so low is because there is no love involved. Bring a little love. And if you have enough love for yourself, and you can say, honey, let's sit down. Our relationship is not really going anywhere right now. I don't know what happened. Why don't we fix that? Do we want to live in misery? Or do we want to change that? So I believe that everyone before getting married, you should sit down and make a little role plan. Who is going to do what at home? So there is no misunderstanding and confusion. And when a child comes along, there is an extra role and task comes in taking care of the child. So maybe active parenting is one of the things what we actually promote, because a father as a role model for a child, doesn't matter if it's girl or boy, is a very, very important one. Mm-hmm. So through you, a boy is going to learn how to become an attentive, loving father who takes care, who is affectionate, and giving love. So if there is no father around ever, how is she going to learn how to be treated nice and how to choose a husband who is going to treat her nice? She won't.
Right.
Because always she's learning through mom how to give, and she never learns how to receive. Mm-hmm. So very, very important for guys to become active in your family, raising your children, because your children are your mirror. Is something wrong with your kids?
Something wrong with you,
something
really.
Wrong with you. So
something wrong with the mother, because apparently that's who's blamed for.
No. I would not put the blame on the mother. I'm so sorry.
No, I'm saying that's she's always blamed for.
Yeah. Exactly. That's unfair, because the whole family unit affects the children. Now we started from depression, but we've actually deflected into a family relationship.
Family relationship.
I don't think we'd call this depression to what we've talked about today. I think it's more like how a couple or a family should appreciate each other and build as a better unit. But you, I'm going to leave a question for the next episode. Is generally people start sulking and then they start telling themselves how pathetic they are, how pathetic situation is, and then I will build it on what we've talked about right now. The family disconnect further enhances that feeling.
Absolutely.
You're the wife, you're feeling bad about yourself, and then when I treat you poorly, the husband treats you poorly, you actually get reinforced that I am pathetic, and then you get this vicious need.
That's right. I am not good enough. If you already feeling not good enough because your parents were not around to make you feel good enough when you were a child, So you understand.
I'm going to hold on to the
Self-worth.
thought, and let's keep that for next episode, where we should talk about how am I good enough or am I not good enough. Well, thank you for this one.
And
Thank you so much.
just before we end, Dr. Zhu will be with us every Friday on the Perspectives as an expert, and where I can just start whining about my issues in life, and she will give me solutions.
And I will have to sit and listen?
I'll be much more peaceful person.
I will have to listen.
She just said in this show that you need to start listening.
Even if I just lie down.
That does not really apply only for boys. It goes for all females around.
Even if I just lie down and just listen, so I can take a nap while you guys whine and whatever.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, sure.
As long as I'm here.
Yes, and you say, yes,
So can snoring be considered If I'm just snoring away, you would take that as
I don't think so.
So I have to stay awake. So where's my nap then?
Oh, that will be another time. But for the nap, for power naps, because you need to gain some time how to do, power nap, I will teach you for that. So much shorter nap is enough. How is that?
This is a trick question. I'm not going to answer that right now. On air, definitely, I'm not going to commit to this. And these two, when two women are together, gentlemen, you're in trouble. Best to just stay non-committed and let it go. To contact us or Dr. Zhu, our email addresses, Facebook addresses are on the screen. Stay in touch with us, and thank you for this time. Till later.
Bye.